Today we're unpacking AMD's recent attempt at a comeback. After a bruising sell-off that knocked the stock down roughly 20% from its August peak, AMD rallied last week as macro winds shifted and a few high-profile industry moves gave chip stocks a lift. Picture this: in August, AMD's stock rode a wave, AI dreams, data center deals, and hype. Then the market took a breath. Over the following weeks, AMD gave up roughly a fifth of that peak value, which in market terms is what you might call an emphatic exhale. Investors who bought at the top woke up grumpy. Momentum traders blinked. Volatility returned. Then last week, a mix of softer U.S. jobs data and fresh optimism about cloud spending sent risk assets higher, and AMD tried to stage a comeback. Why does a weaker jobs report help a chip maker? Simple. Softer labor numbers increase market expectations that the Federal Reserve will start cutting interest rates. Lower rates are generally good for growthy, high-multiple tech names because the future cash flows of fast-growing companies become more valuable when discount rates fall. In plain English, cheaper money, more appetite for risk, growth stocks get a bid. That macro tailwind helped lift semiconductors alongside other cyclical tech names. Oracle's pep talk to the cloud market. Now add a plot twist. Oracle, of all companies, handed the market a very loud pep talk about the future of cloud revenue. Oracle forecasted massive growth for its cloud business, numbers that startled the street and sent cloud and AI infrastructure names popping. That optimism rippled into semiconductor stocks because cloud hyperscalers are the single biggest buyers of AI accelerators. If Oracle is going to be buying or powering more AI capacity, that's more demand for chips from suppliers and integrators. Good news for the whole supply chain. AMD rode that wave, at least briefly. Think of Oracle's guidance like a stadium announcer shouting, "More seats, more hot dogs!" And the chipmakers are the concession vendors scrambling to restock. The market loves a big, visible buyer. When Oracle shouted it was expecting huge cloud revenue, investors started penciling in larger server and GPU purchases industry-wide, and some of that optimism flowed to AMD. Elon Musk tweets, "Cute, or consequential?" Then came one of those modern market moments. Elon Musk posted that although AMD is now working pretty well for small to medium-sized models. A short sentence, millions of eyeballs, instant headlines. It's tempting to treat celebrity tweets like market gospel, but here's the reality. Musk's comment is not a technical white paper, yet it is a signal. Why it matters? Perception matters. When a high-profile AI user says AMD is working pretty well for smaller models, that signals to developers and infrastructure buyers that AMD's stack is credible. Network effects. People build models where the tooling works. If AMD's hardware plus software combo becomes good enough and easy to use, it can attract a boatload of smaller teams and enterprises. This is how ecosystems grow. PR multiplier. A Musk tweet accelerates attention and coverage, which translates into more testing, more benchmarks, and possibly more small-scale purchases. So yes, it's a bullish sign for sentiment, not a technical guarantee that AMD just won the AI crown. But sentiment moves markets, and that's part of this comeback story. By the way, if you are benefiting from the content so far and want more like this, like the video, it means much to me. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications bell, and comment the word more. Just go ahead and type the word more so I know. Now that you have commented, let's continue. The hardware plus software duo. Why AMD's not just a one-trick pony. Let's get nerdy for a minute. AMD isn't just shipping silicon, it's building a stack, hardware and software, that's increasingly tuned for AI. On the hardware side, their Instinct accelerators, MI300 family and successors, were designed with generative AI and large memory footprints in mind. On the software side, ROCm and the newer ROCm 7 Plus developer cloud push AMD to be more developer-friendly and accessible for model builders. That combo matters. You can have a monster GPU, but if the tooling is clunky or frameworks don't play nicely, developers will stick with what works. AMD's recent push to improve software ergonomics, make ROCm friendlier, and provide accessible developer clouds lowers friction for teams testing models on AMD silicon. Exactly the kind of progress Musk was hinting at. That's a credible reason for cautious optimism. Imagine GPUs are restaurants. NVIDIA is the Michelin-starred fine dining spot with a waiting list, perfect for big gala dinners. AMD is the hip, reliable bistro that's opening more locations, offering a clean menu, and rolling out online reservations. For everyday dinners, small to medium models, people will dine at the bistro if the food is good and the service is smooth. Why the comeback attempt matters for investors. Pulling all these threads together, AMD's bounce last week is meaningful for three reasons: short-term sentiment reversal, macro signals, softer jobs data, rate cut bets, lowered the hurdle for growth stocks. That allowed names like AMD to rally even after earlier weakness. Sector spillover from Oracle. Oracle's very bullish OCI guidance created a thematic bid for cloud and AI infrastructure, buying interest that benefits semiconductor makers. AMD benefited from that spillover. Proof of concept and developer momentum. Positive commentary from influential AI practitioners. Musk's tweet, plus AMD's own software improvements increase the odds that AMD will capture more volume at the small/medium model layer, an important market segment. Put another way, the rebound is not just a technical bounce, it's being supported by macro liquidity, industry demand signals, and improving product fit. That's a three-pronged reason to at least pay attention. The caveats: because markets love balance. It's not all sunshine and ROCM. Here are the things to watch. NVIDIA still leads high-end AI for the largest, most compute-intensive models. NVIDIA's software ecosystem, CUDA, CUDNN, huge model optimizations, remains the gold standard. AMD is making inroads, but the top tier is still NVIDIA territory. Valuation and volatility. AMD's stock was trading rich relative to some peers, and big swings are common. The 20% pullback is a reminder that the tape can be unforgiving. Execution risk. Turning software promises into widespread adoption takes time. Developer mindshare, sustained driver improvements, and enterprise deals must follow the PR. ROCM 7 and the developer cloud are steps, but not the finish line. So, this comeback attempt is encouraging, and with bullishness of Elon Musk, we could see AMD to $3,000 over years. But it's not proof that AMD will displace incumbents overnight. Note this as well. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber. But he that entereth in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. To him the porter openeth, and the sheep hear his voice, and he calleth his own sheep by name, and letteth them out. And when he putteth forth his own sheep, he goeth before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice. And a stranger will they not follow, but will flee from him, for they know not the voice of strangers. This parable spake Jesus unto them, but they understood not what things they were which he spake unto them. Then said Jesus unto them again, Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. John 10 verses 1-7. If we fully obey the Lord, the Creator of heaven and earth, and carefully follow all His commandments, He has promised to set us high above all the nations of the earth. Deuteronomy 28. We shall be blessed when we come in and when we go out. I appeal to you to accept God and let Him be your guide, for He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged. Deuteronomy 31 verse 8. Want more information? Please check the description section. That's the end for now. If you have watched until the end, drop a comment like this: I stayed until the end. Just comment that I stayed until the end. When I see this comment, I will give you a heart. 3 more favors I request from you. First, like this video, subscribe and then turn on the notifications bell. If you do this, you greatly encourage me to continue bringing to you insightful content. Do not miss out on our future videos full of insight. All I am asking is your subscription. Thanks for joining us today. Your support means so much to us. Do not hesitate to share this video to help someone who may benefit. I recommend that you watch the next video. subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts about today's video. Wish you God's blessings and care. Faith and prayer will do what no power on earth can accomplish. See you in the next video by God's mercy.